All right. Warriors, wake up. Soldiers, check in. What mission are we on today? Woo! Yeah. It's Power Planet Sunday. And you know, we are Power Planet for not only a powerful and productive week, but we about to kick off this Warrior Vision Challenge, this 20-day challenge. The last 3 weeks of the year. Listen, I hope that y'all are fired up this wonderful, powerful Sunday evening, this afternoon. Listen, I am excited. I'm fired up. Listen, I'm ready to take on this last stretch of the year in the fourth quarter. The last 3 weeks of the year is very important. We know it. We know it's important as we finish strong through the last phase of the year and we build momentum going into the next year. Man, it's been a phenomenal year. Of course, it's been challenging. I know for my brothers and sisters, Pipeline of Power builders, I know that 2023 has been full of challenges and obstacles and hurdles and all the different things that always are existing in what we call life. But listen, we are here. If breath is flowing through our bodies, if blood is pumping through our veins, if we have oxygen in our lungs, listen, we have purpose in this place. Listen, we still got purpose. We still have a mission to accomplish. We got missions. We have vision to clarify, to identify. And guess what? There is no better time than now to intensify the understanding of who we are, our natural genius, our natural strengths, our natural ability to be everything that we're created to be, understanding the clarity of our vision so we understand what we are moving towards, what we are pursuing, and who we are becoming in the process. This is the time. Listen, you've been thinking about it, you've been trying to understand yourself. We're trying to understand what it is that we must do, how we must improve in different ways. And this is the time to get clear on it. This is the time where we say, listen, 24 ain't going to be like 23. I know we say it every year, but let's get down into it. I'm talking about people that's ready to unleash the greatest aspects of yourself. Listen, it don't matter what happened. It don't matter what, the missteps and mistakes. Listen, I'm talking about those that said, no, I will pursue. I am making a decision to pursue the most powerful version of myself. This is what I'm talking about in this challenge that we're going to take on. Listen, we're kicking off the challenge, the Warrior Vision Unleashed Challenge. We're kicking it off in the morning. Listen, we're kicking it off. Listen, it doesn't matter if you've been hesitant about it, you've been afraid to really push yourself in various aspects of your life. You understand that mentally, physically, and spiritually, we got to get stronger. This is a challenge where you can make a decision and say, you know what? This is the time I'm finna go get it. I'm finna go for it. I know that I have more in me, right? This is the conversation that we having with ourselves, right? We understand on a daily basis. Oftentimes in the morning, we find ourselves, questioning, do we want to take on these things that we have to engage on the day, whether we're going to work, whether we having to deal with various people, how we have to engage our family. Listen, we questioning ourselves. We questioning if, we really holding up to the standards that we want to hold up for ourselves. Listen, this is the opportunity to say, no, I am powerful. That means I'm full of power. I'm full of potency. I'm full of the energy. I'm full of talent and abilities and natural brilliance. And I want to unleash it in the most powerful way possible. This is the time for that. Right. So in this Warrior Vision Unleashed Challenge over the last 20 days of the year, right, starting tomorrow, we're gonna on a daily basis, we're gonna be growing, right? We're gonna be unlocking and unleashing that natural genius. We're gonna identify our vision. We're gonna get clear on it. I know, and I'm not just talking to the brothers and sisters who may not understand. I'm talking about those of us that understand our purpose, but we need to lock and intensify deeper in it. We need to grab it and embrace it in a way that says we will be committed, and every action and decision that we make is going to connect to that vision, and we're going to move with intensity. We're going to move with consistency on a daily basis. This is what this challenge is about, taking it to the next level, right? Utilizing the last 3 weeks of the year to build a momentum into 2024 that will be unstoppable going forward. That's what I'm talking about. So powerful over the next 20 days. We want to build so much momentum over the next 20 days that when our family is connected, the family that's connected to us, we will be such a powerful example of what it takes for us to reach that, for them to reach their full potential, that they can follow us as a model of growth, as a model of pursuit. Listen, that's how much momentum we want to build up over the next 20 days. Listen to me. This is very important. This is very important that we say, hey, I'm taking on the challenge. And listen, when we say the word challenge, don't let the word challenge change your motivation, right, towards engaging. Don't let the word challenge change your motivation towards engaging. When we hear the word challenge, we got to reconceptualize our thought process around the word challenge. Let the word challenge be the excitement. Let the word challenge be the very sparking that causes us to say, no, I have to take this on because it is a challenge. Listen, this is the opportunity for us to engage in a pursuit to become everything that we were created to become, everything that we were crafted and molded by the Creator to say, no, this is how you're going to maximize the creation. This is an opportunity to pursue that on every level, in every aspect of our lives, right? The Warrior Vision Unleashed Challenge. Listen to me. This is where we are. This is what we are pushing ourselves to become. All right, so here we go. So in order to engage, in order to take on, and this is a phenomenal opportunity, because not only will you be taking on a challenge that's going to grow us as pipeline of power builders, because we are in position to raise, cultivate, and protect the opportunity for our youth, for our future generations to reach their full power and potential. But you will also be supporting our youth empowerment work at Pipeline of Power Institute. Right, you will be supporting the youth empowerment work in the Pipeline of Power Institute, right? Which we have a powerful youth empowerment warrior camp coming up on December 16th. So your donation in this challenge, as you engage in the pursuit for your most powerful version of yourself, you will be supporting the actual work on the ground that's going on. Guess what? The empowerment of our youth has to be supported. Because a lot of times, a lot of us, and these are things that I've learned over the course of my journey in this work and youth empowerment work, especially in Black youth empowerment work and community building. A lot of times, many of us are comfortable with complaining about the issues that we have with Black youth and in our communities, and violence and all these different issues that we identify as things that we complain about. But when it's time to invest sweat, blood, tears, energy, effort, and resources into the empowerment as the countermeasure for those issues, a lot of times, we get a little hesitant, right? We get missing, right, in those opportunities. This is the time. Listen, that concept is something that we have to assess with ourselves, which is why this challenge is critical, because as we self-assess ourselves over the course of this next 20 days, we're going to be able to find inside of us what it is that we value the most. And what we value the most is what we're going to start to invest our sweat, blood, tears, and energy into, right? Warrior Vision Unleashed Challenge. We got to identify ourselves. We got to find out what it is that we envision ourselves becoming and start to pursue it strategically and consistently. Listen, we cannot afford to go another year without us understanding. I'm talking about all of us. I'm talking about those that make up the village, those of us that are community stakeholders, those of us that understand that there are children that's looking up to us. We got children we wake up with in the morning that are watching us as the example, right? We can't go another year without understanding who we are. We can't go another year without understanding the vision that we have. We can't go another year without not only understanding it and identifying our vision, our purpose, right, our natural genius and ability, but we also can't go another year without pursuing that vision for impact, right, and understanding that everything that we do, right, must be a part of the growth that is necessary for us to become the person that can maintain and sustain the vision that we are identifying for future impact. Listen, this is the opportunity. This is the time that we collaboratively and collectively grow together, right? I'm challenging us. It ain't just about you, because guess what? I got to become everything that I was created to become. I got to grow on a consistent basis. I'm taking this challenge on head first. I'm just asking you to join me, because guess what? I got to challenge myself every day to grow mentally, physically, and spiritually, pursuing the most powerful version of myself. I'm just saying, let's go get it together. I'm just asking you to join me in this journey, right? Let's go get it, right? So in this Warrior Vision Challenge, it's going to have a couple components, right? One of the critical things is building this warrior mindset, because one of the things about when we identify our vision, when you clarify that vision, the vision is beautiful. I'm talking about phenomenal. So for me, my vision is to unlock the vision in my people, my family, my communities, my future generations, and able to operate in spaces and communities where we have our brothers and sisters, our children, that are moving with an understanding of what it is that they envision themselves becoming, right? Seeing themselves operating in their highest power and potential and starting to move towards that understanding as a way of life. That is the cultural expectation. That's my vision, for you to unlock yours, right? For the children, for the young warriors to understand how powerful they are and move based on that natural genius, right? Decoding and understanding how great and powerful and brilliant they are. That's my vision, right? And to operate in that, as opposed to these negative, dysfunctional messages and images that come across, on televisions and social media. Listen, I want to counter that by unlocking and unleashing the vision in our children, in my brothers and sisters, in my community stakeholders, in my pipeline of power builders. That's my vision. I see it. I understand it. It's clear to me. It becomes clearer day in and day out. Now, the challenging part is why the challenge is critical, is that in order to actualize that vision, it's going to take daily sweat, blood, and tears. It's going to take daily action steps. It's going to take daily power planning and understanding the missions that it's going to take in between now and actualizing the vision, taking a step every day, completing an action every day, accomplishing missions on a daily basis, right? And dealing with obstacles and issues and challenges and all these various things that are in between now and the actualization of the vision that I see, right? That's why it's important to become a warrior. That's why it's important to unlock and unleash that warrior energy in you, because it's going to take that type of resilience. It's going to take that type of determination and tenacity and intensity in order to overcome the challenges in those times when you don't feel like going forward towards that vision. You don't feel like overcoming. You don't feel like dealing with, the pain of growth. Right? When you're trying to get, you're trying to strengthen your health, when you're trying to get better mentally, when you're trying to overcome a challenge between in a relationship with somebody that's connected to, listen, all these various things that come in and often throw us off track from who we're supposed to become. It takes an understanding of who we are to unlock a warrior energy that allows us to unlock our natural genius and our ability to think critically in the midst of situations and have the proper health, right? That will allow us to be aligned mentally, physically, and spiritually to overcome everything that stands in between us and our vision. We got to become warriors. So listen to me. We got to unlock that warrior energy, because we already got that. That's our natural birthright. So on a daily basis, the things we're going to be doing real quick, critical reflection. Right, we're gonna be doing some critical reflections on a daily basis. We're gonna spend 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes each morning reflecting on our missions. Right, the things that we must do in order to powerfully impact on a daily basis our family, community, and our future generation. What are the things that we must get done? What are the actions that we must take in order to move us towards our vision? Right, we need to be thinking about it on a daily basis. So we got some questions, some spark questions to kind of trigger thoughts, that will help us and guide us in thinking through those critical reflections. So we talking about journaling. Writing it down, documenting thoughts that you have. We gotta understand what we are thinking. We got to start to be intentional about disconnecting from all the distractions and allowing our natural genius to open up so that we can understand what it is that we even thinking. What is going on in our minds, right? What do we need to connect to our energy, to our warrior energy, to in our thinking that will maximize our effort and performance, right? We're going to, on a daily basis, we got to be able to learn and grow. Right, we got to be able to bring in images and messages, right, that consistently connect us to the strength of our vision, right, that guides us, that cultivates us growing to our vision. What are you listening to? What are we're going to be intentional about asking ourselves the question, what did I listen to today? What did I watch today, right? Who did I hear from today? Who did I connect to? Who did I engage with? And in those engagements and interactions, how did they support the mission and the vision that I have, that I'm on, the mission that I'm on, the vision that I have, right? We also going to get into our warrior training. We're going to get into our warrior training, our physical development, right? Some of us understand that we got to get better. We got to get stronger. We have to get more fit. We got to get healthier physically, right? Of course, our physical body is in connection with our brain, so it affects our mind, right? The connectivity between mental and physical is very tight. We got to understand that, right? So how we take care of ourselves, right? From the way that we move, our exercise and activity, as well as what we eat, our nutrition, right? All of these things we're gonna bring into perspective and see how we can grow in those areas, right? We're gonna do some warrior training. We're gonna set some time, to get up a little earlier, right? And we're gonna start to get into movement earlier. All right. We're gonna challenge ourselves to do that. Right. We're talking about the Warrior Vision Challenge. So we got to get into some warrior training. Right. And guess what? You don't have to be doing it on the level that I'm doing it. You don't have to be doing it on a level that somebody else you've seen doing, the way they're training, the way they're exercising. Listen, don't compare yourself to other people. Only compare yourself to your best self and how you can move towards it. Right. So this is extremely important. Right. So we are going to set some milestones. We're going to set some goals as far as us just being consistent. This is about consistency. We're not going to become Superman overnight. We're not going to become, listen, this ain't what I'm talking about, consistently growing based on more and more movement in our activity, right? How are we eating? What are we drinking? We start to assess. We start to be more conscious of what we put into our body. Right. So let's start thinking about that now. Over the course of the next 20 days, we want to be consistent in growing in those areas, right? And building that concept of self-discipline so that we can connect that to the vision that we are identifying and will be pursuing. All right. So on a daily basis, we sparking our fitness and we waking up. All right. Think about what time you're going to wake up, right? Just commit to a time. We say we're going to wake up, and in that wake up time, that's when we start to pursue our vision development. Our warrior spirit. Listen, this is extremely important. In our wake up time, we're going to start to really intensify and be intentional about taking time to disconnect from all the noise, right? Who's speaking to us? It goes into messages and images. Who's speaking to us, right? Are we allowing the creator to speak to us? Are we getting into spaces where we can be mindful of, where we allow our brain, we allow our mind to operate and circulate and build the cognition naturally without all of the external stimulus, what I'm saying? All the, social media scrolling. We're going to get into it. You know what I'm saying? So we want to be more mindful of how we allow our mind to operate, right? Every day we want to be grateful, right? Every day we want to be grateful. What are you grateful for? Let's start to think about that now. What are we grateful for? Right? Who are we grateful for? Right? Because a lot of times we moving through life so fast, we're not even thinking about who we grateful for. What are we thankful for? You know what I'm saying? Who are the people that have been in the trenches with us, no matter what level they've been on, who and what are we grateful for, right? We still here breathing. Are we grateful for life? Are we grateful for health? Are we grateful for the opportunity to grow, the opportunity to take on a challenge? Grateful. I'm grateful for that. The opportunity to engage my people in a way that I can even, be a model and example for it, to even take on this challenge for me and ask my people to join me. I'm grateful for that, right? I'm looking forward to it, right? So I'm thankful, all right? And we also want to look at how can we have a community impact, right, over the next 20 days, thinking about the issues and things that we have from a community standpoint, things that are heart issues for us, things that bothers us. We wake up like, man, we need to do better with these situations in our community, that's affecting our children, that's affecting our families, that's affecting, education, that's affecting us economically, politically, all these different aspects where there's issues that you identify that's naturally, that naturally claws at you. Think through, how can we, over the next 20 days, how can you take a step towards impacting this area in the community impact space, right? We're gonna get into that, right? Over the next 20 days, we need to have a clear understanding of how we're gonna take the vision that we're identifying and pursuing and connect it directly into impacting our family, community, and future generations. We're talking about community impacts. I want us to be thinking about that. What are those areas that claws at you, that wakes up like, man, we need to get stronger in these areas as a people and as our community, with our children, our family. Listen, what is it that you want to make an impact on? We're going to be mindful of that, because in our mindfulness, these are when these things emerge. When we're able to disconnect from all the noise and dysfunctionality, we start to get a true understanding of what it is that we naturally connect to. And that natural connection is where our purpose lies. But you got to disconnect. So we're going to get into that over the next 20 days, right? Take on this challenge with me. I'm going to do the challenge. I'm just saying, hey, okay, since I'm doing it, y'all ride with me. What about pipeline of power builders? What are people that I can ride with that say, hey, we're going to grow together? Oh, you growing? You trying to get better? You trying to get strong? Let's ride then. Right? The same way when we was at the club, so, oh, you finna hit the spot. Hey, let me come pick you boy up. Let me ride with you. You know what I'm saying? Pick you boy up. Guess what? It's the same energy, the same intensity that we take into growing and pursuing the most powerful version of ourselves. Oh, somebody getting better, somebody pursuing the most powerful version of themselves. Come pick your boy up, because I want to ride too. Let's go. So I'm saying I'm pursuing it, and I'm trying to see who's gonna ride, who's gonna pull up with me, right? Let's go get it. So over the next 20 days, we got several things that's going on. We're gonna be, hey, we got the warrior training. If you're in the DFW area, right, you're gonna be seeing it come out. Boom, I got my warrior training, my pop-up warrior training that's gonna be happening at Savage Fitness in Fort Worth. We got a youth empowerment warrior camp that's coming up on December 16th. If you have not LinkedIn and signed your, we only got a few more spots for that. We only got a few more spots to ride with it. All right, so if you trying to get it in, you need to get it in. All right, so then you can go to pipelineofpower.com as well. Matter of fact, if you sign up for the challenge, I'm gonna send you the registration form to get the youth in there to go get it. Right. Again, if you sign up for the challenge, go to pipelineofpower.com/opportunities. You will see the challenge on there. All right, there's a donation on there. You can donate 25 or more. Listen, it ain't just about the challenge. It's about you supporting the grind, the work that we do in the Pipeline of Power Institute, because we are a nonprofit research institute focused on research, evaluation, program development, aspects that support Black youth empowerment. Right. That's the mission. Right. So the work that you're supporting is directly connected to the vision that you're identifying and pursuing. Right. So let's get into it. Over the next 20 days, we're going to get it. Right. What was the next thing I want to say? So those are the components that we're going to be digging into over the next couple of days. You sign up. I'm going to be sending out on a daily basis an warrior empowerment message, right? To spark us, to get us cracking, to get us in the zone. Each day we have some opportunities for to be a part of our Pipeline of Power Builders Mastermind session that allows you to engage with other brothers and sisters that are a part of the Pipeline of Power Builders Lab, right? Thinking through your ideas, your vision, whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you are an organizational leader, right? Whether you are working on a project, you have a venture, you have various things that have community impact and have the opportunity to create opportunities for you, for our children. Listen, you come there and have thought partnership and thinking through various strategies and ways to expand or bolster your project, your vision for something. Listen, we got to be that village for each other, because I always tell my young warriors, I tell people, guess what? It absolutely takes a whole village to raise a child, but that also means that it takes a whole village to raise a vision. A vision is a child, right? Think about it. It's birthed in us, right? The vision is birthed in us. It's something that's naturally birthed in us. And guess what? In order for it to be actualized, it has to be cultivated. It has to be nurtured. It has to be grown. It has to be fed. It has to be supported, just like a child. You know what I'm saying? So our vision, what we have naturally in us, right? What we are purposed to do, has to be cultivated, and it takes a village to do so. So we're going to be that village for each other. So we're going to have all these different opportunities. So each day you will get those things. And at the end of the challenge, right, each person that participated in the challenge will get this entire challenge, all the components of the challenge. You will get a live ebook that gives you the full scope, the full scale of the challenge, so that you can continue to plug and play the 20-day challenge as we are going forward to reach our full power and impact in the light that we have been given. All right. So this is the Warrior Vision Unleashed Challenge. This is the prep day. We power planning. Tomorrow we jumping into it. We locking in to go get it. So be in the morning. Listen to me. We power planning. What time are you gonna wake up? Stop playing. What time are you gonna wake up in the morning? right? What time are you going to get up? Because when we get up in the morning, we're going right into our mindfulness. We go into our mindfulness and we're going into our movement, mindfulness and movement, right? Thinking, okay, how are we going, what zone do we need to get in for today? I ain't talking about getting on the phone and scroll. I'm talking about mind, understanding what it is that we envision for the day. Because the first thing we do is set the vision for the day. We set the tone for the week, right? So we set a powerful tone and go forward. Then we start to move, right? Not moving in a way that just aimless. No, we start to get that blood flowing, right? So get ready for tomorrow, right? Power plan for what it is that we have to get done tomorrow. What are those things that must happen in order to move forward? What are the mission tasks, right? That's our power planning, right? So we're going to get into that. All right. So day one is tomorrow, right? Document it. Let's go. Warrior Vision Unleashed Challenge. Lock in so you can follow along with us. Hey, we on a mission, right? I ain't worried about being perfect. Listen, I don't care about being perfect. I don't care where you are right now. You might be struggling. You might feel like you out of shape. You might feel like you got too much going on. You confused. 2 minutes, too much stuff on the plate. It don't matter. At any moment, we make a decision to grow. With precision, we flow. Listen to me. We can shift the energy for our families, for our communities, and future generations. But the thing is, we got to make a collective decision in order to do it, right? So guess what? I'm up. I'm ready to go get it. Tomorrow, I'm locking in. I'm just asking you to follow me. I'm taking it on. I'm just saying, hey, since I'm doing it, come kick it with your boy in this 20-day challenge and grow. So we flow into 2024 with full momentum, ready to spark a whole level of another movement. It's going to powerfully impact our family, community, and future generations. Let's go get it. Warrior Vision Unleashed Challenge. Go to pipelineofpower.com/opportunities so we can go get it together. We on a mission. Sahoo.